Hospice and Palliative Care Center relies in part on the generosity of donors. Your contributions make possible services like grief counseling, advanced care planning, and complementary therapies, to name a few. Because of you, Hospice and Palliative Care Center is able to do so much.
When my mother was a hospice patient, she was not crazy about the idea of a CNA bathing her. And 2 weeks later, she loved her so much she wanted to marry her CNA. So thanks to your support, we had a wonderful hospice experience.
As a director of nursing at the Cape View Runners Hospice Home, it is an honor to be able to come to work every day. We know that the hospice home would not be here if it was not for generous donors like you.
As one of the clinical leaders at Hospice and Palliative Care Center, I'm fortunate enough to be able to see the day-to-day activity that occurs with our patients and families at Hospice and Palliative Care Center. It is because of the generosity of our donors that we are able to provide such excellent care to our patients and our family. Thank you so much, donors, for your care and concern for Hospice and Palliative Care Center.
My name is Millie Price August. I'm here to say thank you to the wonderful doctors, nurses, and CNAs were so competent and very kind and caring with my husband, Jerry. The counselors have been so compassionate while guiding me through this most difficult time in my life. This is such a special and needed organization, especially since it is available for anyone. So again, thank you, donors, for making this possible.
Thank you, donors.
4 years ago, I lost, 4 very important people in my life, people that I talked to every day, and that transition was very smooth because of hospice. And so I'm very thankful to you all for that experience.
Earlier this year, my mother received hospice care in our home. Outside of the fantastic services that you provide in-home, our family has benefited mostly from the grief counseling.
My wife was a hospice patient briefly this summer. Hospice did a wonderful job for her at that time. My sons and I have all participated in individual grief counseling with hospice that has gone extremely well for all of us. I want to thank you all for all you have done for my family and for me.
I want to take a minute to say thank you for the services we've received at hospice. My son died suddenly in May. I was able to come for grief counseling. I've been a part of the SOS group, and my girls have been able to receive grief counseling and an enjoyable time and meaningful healing time at Camp Carousel. Whenever the rug's pulled completely out from under you, it's good to be able to have people to go to.
I have been a long-time advocate of hospice and palliative care, and was fortunate enough to be on the receiving end also. I attended individual grief counseling and group grief counseling, and it made all the difference in the world to me, and I know it wouldn't have been possible without donor support.
Hi, I have been with hospice for 20 plus years, and I have served many patients and families. Now I'm on the receiving end for a caregiver with my husband, and I would like to say thank you.
When my husband died unexpectedly, I was referred to Hospice and Palliative Care Center by my family physician. Thanks to donors like you, grief counseling is helping me cope.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm one of the grief counselors at Hospice and Palliative Care Center. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for the opportunity to serve so many people through your kind generosity.
My name is Katie Sire, and I manage the Complementary Therapies program. Your gift brings music therapy, massage therapy, healing touch, and Reiki into the lives and care of our patients and their families.
Hospice is phenomenal. My papa was at hospice in November, and hospice took care of him.
Thank you, hospice, for taking care of my papa.
Thank you, hospice, for having such a nice family room. Thank you, hospice, for taking care of our papa.
Because of you, I'm excited to be in the home built by Hospice and Habitat. Thank you for everything and all the assistance through everybody.
I love my new house because I have my own bathroom. Thank you. We were brought together as a group by hospice after losing our husbands, and now we are friends who gather weekly to face life with support from each other.
Hi, my name is Anne. I lost my father in October of 2012. As an autistic individual, I had no clue what to expect and what my grief would look like. I was afraid that I might fall into a slump and possibly regress. Because of the grief counseling that I have received, I have learned how to navigate this storm much better than I expected.
Thank you for your contributions that make this possible.
Hi, my name is Sherry Carnes. I'm here tonight to thank all of the donors. I lost my mother, Donna Mosier. She was 71 years old. We lost her on Christmas Day. Miss her terribly, but I do know that she had the absolute best care that she could have ever received.
Thank you, donors.